Your goggles.
Yeah, I can't see.
Let's see. It hasn't showed up on YouTube yet. There it comes. All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sunday night live stream here for the Raising the Roof. I titled it on Facebook. It's the Fellowship of the Roof, Skoolie Roof Raising. So I guess it's just the three of us right now. We should have some more people joining us shortly.
Yep. How's everybody tonight?
So far, so good. How are you doing, Paul?
It's a little chilly here in Southern Maryland. We got snow, ice, rain happening, so trying to stay warm.
Yeah, it's like 10 degrees here and getting a bunch of snow, and a whole bunch more supposed to be on the way.
Yeah, I got my snow blower out, so it's working. I was surprised. That usually don't happen.
Yeah, you were just moving the bus around, right? Did you have to move it to get the snowblower out?
No, I was good there. I was gonna move the bus around so in a couple of weeks I can just pull it straight out in case it's some snow. But I got stuck on a hill. On a hill, not even that big. Like it's just enough to.
Oh man!
I'm going to put the
bus
truck
driver
on it.
got his bus stuck in his own driveway.
Man. Yeah, I'm stuck. It's not real bad. I can pull it out with my pickup. But I got so flustered, I just went back in the house. But I did get it started up. Runs good, you know.
There you go. Well, I was gonna set my camera up out in the shop, but I had a couple people drop off cars today, and it's a little crowded out there right now.
Hey, that means money, right?
Right.
More cars, more money. So, Paul, I seen your email.
Oh, I screwed up. I lost you guys. I don't know what I did. There we go. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we see.
Can still
I screwed something up.
We can still see you.
Well, I lost you guys on the screen. Now it's just a screen with me.
Oh, I don't know what you did then.
I don't know what I did either.
Quit touching stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay, I got you back. I won't touch anything.
There you go.
So, Paul, I seen your email. You were asking about things you might be able to do before the event.
Yes.
The only thing I could think of is I'm gonna put storage boxes under the bottom. So maybe build frames for the storage boxes.
Do we know the dimensions?
I can have them tomorrow.
Why don't you give me some dimensions? And because I'm not all that great with the emails, especially when they start piling on top of each other.
Yeah.
To just go ahead and put that in a text to me. You have my number, so you can put it in a text to me. The dimensions of how we're going to do the framing for the boxes. I will get with Arco, and I can go ahead and get some steel cut up for you and have that with me as well.
Okay. Shoot me a figure of what the price of the steel is. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use the actual panel that we cut out of the side of the bus for the door. Maybe just put hinges on it. So when you hinge up, it'll just be the box inside. I can sheet metal the rest of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Give me the dimensions on the stairwell as well. So we can get that. We can probably get that framing for that area to be boxed in at the same time.
Well, I think Lewis is having a little bit of trouble with his internet again, but I know he was talking to me. He said probably what we're going to do is we're going to cut the existing stairwell out and move it down. So we probably won't need to frame too much there, I don't think.
Okay.
So we should be, because it's not a flat front bus, you know, it's got a hood on it. So I think the structure where the stairs are now and the versus where we're going to move them to should all be pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
So we just need to make a piece of flooring to go in there that a pedestal can sit on for a captain's chair.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Might have to reinforce under there a little bit to hold a chair up, and that's going to be it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to make that also a storage area under the seat too. I have a RV door, a small one, storage door. I'm going to put right there to fit perfect.
All right. I understand the gentleman from, is it Idaho where Iron Horse is?
Yep.
Yes.
Will be coming in roughly a day early.
Yeah, he's coming in Thursday. I think.
Yeah, they're coming in Thursday is the plan.
And I should be there on Friday afternoon. If I leave out of here early Friday morning, have everything loaded up Thursday night, leave out of here Friday morning, I can be there a little after lunchtime.
Okay.
That would work out good because we might be arranging like a field trip for the guys that are here Friday, maybe around 3-4 o'clock.
So leave my credit card at home for this field trip.
Yeah, you probably could.
It's PG rated, so there's that.
Yeah, somebody mentioned something about Summit Racing.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to leave the credit card at home on that one.
Yeah, because this is the home base, so everything's there.
Oh,
right.
We got Matco Man Brian chiming in.
Yeah, I get orders from them roughly every day. With the company that I'm working for right now, we put in what's called ATEC. It's the wholesale side of Summit.
Yep,
we're putting in ATEC orders every day. So
you work for ATEC?
We receive orders every day or every other day.
Where do you work, Paul?
I can go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. I work at a company called Damascus Motors. Some of you all have heard about Damascus Motors or have seen Damascus Motors, at least their emblem on the show Junkyard Empire.
Right.
I work at Damascus Motors. I'm not part of the TV show or anything like that. They stopped filming for the TV show when COVID hit.
Yeah.
But I work for Andy Cohen at Damascus Motors.
Okay. So Damascus sells to Summit through the ATEC program?
Summit sells to Damascus Motors under the ATEC program, yes.
Okay.
All of our aftermarket hot rod stuff comes from them. It's very little comes from outside of them. It's almost everything is ordered through ATEC.
Yep, that's where I get almost all my stuff too. And the nice part is, since I'm so close to Talmadge, if Talmadge has it in stock, if I order it by, well, it used to be 10 p.m., but now it's 7 p.m., it's here on the morning UPS truck, usually no later than 10 a.m.
Yeah, they changed the cutoff time. That screwed me a couple times because the guy who does the ordering, he hasn't quite adjusted to that yet.
Right. Yeah, it was an adjustment period for me too. I would get like 8 o'clock would roll around. I'd be like, oh, I need this tomorrow. Get on there, submit the order. And then after I submit the order, I look at the top. It says, must submit by 7.
Yeah. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Living the
How
dream.
much snow you get over there, Brian?
We got about 2.5, almost 3 inches. But it started sleeting and raining now, I think.
Yeah, we're about at 2 inches.
We've done the transition over to the sleet and rain. So the warmer air is coming in. It'll be hitting you soon enough.
Yeah. I noticed the road out front was starting to clear up, or get from white to black, from the changeover. It was
hold on.
I almost thought I was going to have to go out and dig the snowblower out because I didn't know if it was actually really going to change or not. I was getting ready, I figured, but luckily it started out, and hopefully tomorrow I can jump in the old tool truck and hit the road.
Yeah, I think tomorrow morning I can just scrape with the shovel and push to the side, clean the cars off, and be done. I'm not going to go into work tomorrow. I'll let Upper Montgomery County get cleared out for another day and then go in on Tuesday.
Yeah, good luck on that. Yeah.
So,
what's up, Joey?
Hey, Joey.
Hey, guys.
Arco just called me. He completely forgot about the live stream. So
Yeah.
He said
There's
he's gonna try and get to a computer and get on here in a little bit.
All right.
Right.
I told you he was playing with his Fisher Price hammer set.
Yep.
Who's got the feedback?
I don't hear it on my end.
Me either.
Okay. All right.
I'm not
it went
hearing
away.
anything.
No.
All right. Never mind.
You
Then.
guys were really good on the show today.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, on Motormouth, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. Ray called me. I don't know. I text or we started texting and he called me. I don't know, about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, and it was really good. Hopefully, you follow up and get linked into the video, and like I said, he had seemed to have a lot of interest. I don't know.
Oh, good.
I was going to send you a picture tomorrow, Lewis. There's a school bus right down the street from me for sale. I don't know if you need a backup. Maybe we'll cut the center out and you can add a little longer.
Yeah.
Get a little extra length out of that,
Yeah.
Yeah, you could limo your bus.
There you go. We could
It's
do
long
a
enough,
conversion
believe me.
on it too.
Mm.
And we could put both drive axles in the back and put a power diverter in there, and then maybe then you wouldn't get it stuck in your driveway.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the grass next to the driveway.
Oh,
Listen,
Yeah.
it's not even a 2-inch hump. It's just enough to hold the tire.
yeah. I had that. I don't know. It was. We had some real heavy rain, and I went to turn around and went off the driveway. And usually the lower end of my driveway at one time used to be gravel, but the grass had grown over,
Mm-hmm.
and I figured it would be okay. But once I rolled back and there's like you said, a little 2-inch hump to get back, that truck was sitting there, and had to get the old floor jack out and jack up and slide a 2x4 underneath to level out to the driveway to roll it up. So
Yep.
it gets kind of tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
It's always something. I started it up. It took a long time for my air to build up, though. I was kind of worried for a minute.
Well, it was probably completely empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cold out too. So.
Yeah. You need on the air brakes. You need to pour some rubbing alcohol in there. Get the moisture out so it doesn't freeze up or anything. I think that's the secret.
Yeah. They actually sell an airline antifreeze too, but it's primarily alcohol.
Yeah. Rubbing alcohol or something.
Now, where are you putting it in at?
Down. I think you put it down in the tank, right, or the compressor, or right past the compressor into the tank or whatever. You put it in so it circulates or whatever.
You can't run it through the compressor, so you got to get it into the tank or into a line or something like that. What happens is the alcohol, if I remember right, it evaporates inside the lines, and then that forces the moisture to fall out of the air into the tank or something like that. I forget exactly the scientific process that happens, but
I just know you want to do it after the compressor. I think you don't want to run the liquid because then you have I guess you can have a hydrolock type thing or whatever.
Right.
You got to let it evaporate or.
Yep.
The right word,
I was working on a Caterpillar one time. This lady came in. She said she's leaking a bunch of oil. It was a company truck, and Caterpillars, some of them, they have a twin piston air pump bolted to the motor, and half of her air pump was completely just broken. The crankshaft had broken in the center. The rear piston was hanging out the side of the air compressor, but the head wasn't damaged, and the reed valves still worked fine. So the front piston was still generating air pressure.
Wow.
Her company sent her on down the road, said get back to the home shop.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. That one bus you sent me a link for, Tyler, did that have a 60 series or something like that motor?
Yeah. So I guess we can talk about it real quick. My plans are I want to sell my house and I want to convert a bus so that I have essentially a mobile 1-bedroom apartment on wheels that I can tow a trailer or go to a racetrack or go to race week or whatever and not have to worry about going home to my brick and mortar place. So I've been looking at buses, and mostly I'm looking not at school buses, but at motor coaches, over the road motor coaches. And they all pretty much have the big rig class of diesel in them. So I worked on a lot of 60 series Detroits when I was when I was a diesel mechanic. So I'm familiar with those. I know they're everywhere. You can still get parts are plentiful. So I don't want like some guy. I messaged one guy. He's got literally the same bus as one with a 60 series, but it's half as much and like the same amount of miles. And I asked him why, and he said, "Well, this has a BMW something something diesel in it." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. You're never gonna sell that."
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked is my son's semi truck has that engine in it, and he said it's a dog going up hills, but it might not be that way with a bus.
Yeah, pulling 80,000 pounds, maybe. Probably not
Yeah.
pulling 30,000.
That's why I'd said, and he's like, yeah, it could be, and he's actually in a couple of weeks. He's at 637,000 miles, and in a couple of weeks they're tearing it down and
Yeah.
going through the motor and everything, and then they're going to add a bunch of accessories or add-ons or something to give it more pep.
Yeah, and don't forget the 60 series came in like 6 or 7 different flavors too, from all the way from like 280 horsepower all the way up to like 400 and some.
Yeah, he mentioned something about 11 liter. Does that sound right?
Oh, he's got the baby 60. Most of your 60 series are 12.1, 12.3, or 12.7.
Well, he was asking if the bus has that.
Yeah. Most of the ones I see in the buses are in the 12-liter range.
Yeah.
Could also be the gearing in the truck. I mean, that's me and my wife had two identical. Well, not identical. She had an Excursion, and I have an F350, and we both had the same drivetrain. 6.0 diesel, same transmission.
Yeah.
But I had four 411s or 423s or whatever in it, and of course, she had the 355s, and it was just a completely different truck drive. For being basically the same type of vehicle.
Yeah.
But the gearing in them could be completely different.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm looking at a motor coach instead of a school bus, is because they have the larger class of engine in them as pretty much a rule. They're 40,000 pound vehicle weight rating versus the school buses are like 32,000.
So you're talking more like a toter home.
Yeah, that's kind of close to what I'm gonna build, like a 56 passenger motor coach, like a tour
Greyhound?
bus, like a Greyhound bus, tour bus. Yeah. The nice part about those is they already have most of them built after like 1995. They're already gonna have 7 feet of interior height, so I won't have to raise the roof like Lewis is doing.
And you already got the split floor in it too.
Right. Yep. No wheel humps to worry about. Most of them are air ride, so it'll ride smoother going down the road. They're all pushers, so there'll be tons of under the bus space. Actually, you can't see it, but right here on my desk is some graph paper, and I've been laying out a floor plan to see if I can fit everything I want in the bus, and I actually have room to spare. So
you got room for like
all right.
a roommate.
So Lewis, once we're all said and done with doing this bus project, your game plan was to go traveling the country to the different events, correct?
He's
frozen.
I think he's frozen. Yeah, that's his plan. He wants to be able to do a lot of traveling with his wife. She's got some health issues that don't really get along with the climate here in the Midwest in the winter. So he actually, Lewis is trying to get in on another device here. Hold on. Is that one working?
I'm having problems.
There you go. Now you're on there twice. One's frozen and the other's working.
Well, when you live in the ghetto and you're on AOL,
Had to put in a new CD.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah, I need-
Are you on Earthlink?
I'm on CompuServe.
Netscape's better.
All
I
right,
think
so Lewis, did you
CompuServe
hear my question?
No, I did not.
I stated that I understand that when we're all said and done with this bus, that your plan was to travel the country
Yes,
and
sir.
go to the different events. There he is. Arco decided to put away his Fisher Price hammer set.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Arco, what's up?
Hey, Heidi.
Can you see me?
I knew you were close. I knew you were
I can
close.
smell you.
Yes, we're going to travel the country. I'm going to retire in 3 years, and that's going to be our new life is traveling. And I'll still do my automotive things, but just from the bus.
You think you'll be able to like renovate this bus in 3 years? That's a big job.
Oh man, I'm gonna have it done by next winter.
Really?
Once the roof is done, man, it's all cake after that. It's
How
all
many
just
times you going to have us over to help you with this?
man. Look, I got a big.
All right, so you weren't planning to go to a bunch of events this year. You're slowly getting this all ducks in a row to do this in the coming years.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so you don't have a show schedule already lined out that okay, I have to be here, here, and here to do these, to do your show from the different locations.
No, but I'll still travel. I'll fly or drive, to my events.
Till the bus is done.
Yeah, until the bus is
Yeah.
done.
Right.
Which this coming Friday, if we can steal the bus out of the shop, we're gonna everybody's gonna hunker down in the back since all the seats are out, and we're gonna cover up like a bunch of Mexicans. And Lewis is gonna drive us down to Summit Racing to do some shopping.
Yeah, Summit right up the street from us.
Yep. How far is that from Youngstown? About the same as me, hour and a half?
No, 45 minutes.
45. Okay, so it's
Yeah,
closer.
we have highways down here, Joey.
We got Interstate 90, so
Yeah, that goes nowhere.
well,
That'll be the one that I drive right by your house.
probably. Yeah.
Wave the bird as you fly by.
Yeah. Well, listen, you don't have to come by here now. I've got my own wheels, okay?
You got your own. What'd you get?
Wow.
Well, it ain't my wheels. It's someone else's. It's my son. He's going to pick me up, and we're going to drive out, and then he's probably just going to crash here Saturday night so we can come back Sunday.
That
I
works.
see how it goes. Now I'm not your Uber,
Yeah.
No, you're just my Barho Horton, so.
So now you don't even have to go to his shop, Arca.
Hey, that's a nice hat, Tyler.
Yeah.
Looks good.
My Boss Hog torque converter hat.
Yeah.
Custom made, of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From
Well,
a distance, it looks like a fireman's hat.
Yeah.
It does.
Kind of. It's got like,
Yeah.
stuff in here.
Your pencil holder? Oh,
All right, so what does the hat say?
Well, it's a sticker.
Okay, Boss Hoss torque converters.
Yeah. Boss Hog torque converters. And then that side says Mill Creek Fab Shop.
Yeah.
Now that you did that, your mohawk's going to be like in a twist. You know that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one beefy frame jig you built there. That thing was enormous.
So I took Chris Birdsong's plans from his, and I made it wider, longer, and I upsized all the dimensions on the steel.
Yeah.
And I added some extra cross bracing and stuff because I knew once I got it built, I didn't want it to be able to twist. So I made it real rigid, and it actually weighs more than the car. If you watch the video I put out this morning, you can actually see in the time lapse stuff. When I put the car on the trailer, the truck doesn't even squat. But when I put the jig on the trailer, the truck squats.
Yeah. So we could actually use that to put under the bus to level it out, right?
Sure.
It's that heavy duty.
Oh yeah.
We just need a couple rolls of duct tape. We'll be good.
That's it.
Oh, if Michael Knight shows up, you'll have duct tape and zip ties.
Yeah.
I
Really, we don't.
haven't had a chance to watch that video you just put out yet, so I'll check it out tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, I
And
will.
Don't judge me on the welds. Most of the finished welds was all Raymond. So
I like how you throw him under
direct
the
your
bus.
commentary to Northeast Ohio Dukes.
What?
Hey, nice shirt, Paul.
Yeah, one day I opened up my mailbox and it was in there.
Weird.
Speaking
Well,
of
that's what
giving
you get when
things,
you send us money. You know, earlier when you sent me the picture of you wearing the shirt, it would have been great if you would have been like, "Hey, dumbass, tonight is the live." But
Well,
we were dealing.
I didn't realize that I had to babysit and keep track of
Yeah, you guys,
your schedule for when you're supposed to be live.
my brother's keeper. That's how it's supposed to be. You guys are all supposed to.
Oh,
babysit.
okay. Now
If
that I
Heidi
know
has to
this,
babysit,
I
you
can't
guys
do
all
anything
have to
without
babysit.
instructions.
Listen, Paul, he's wanting to drop me off out in the wilderness and leave me there for 4 years to build a cabin so he can come back and camp.
It'll be fine.
Oh, him and his damn cabin dreams.
So Arco, your Fisher Price hammer set, does it squeak when you whack
Yes.
it? Or?
Yes, I actually have a real one that squeaks like that. Yeah, a DG Retro. Actually, check it out. I have two people that sent me. DG Retro Customs in England sent me a set, and also Sean Puz from Florida sent me a set. So yeah, I got many.
Many
Is
squeaky
that
hammers.
Sean Puz set been autographed?
Yeah,
That's
well, he's
awesome.
gonna be famous one of these days
Yeah.
with his aluminum can truck he's got.
I actually have a small announcement as far as sponsorship stuff goes for the event.
You pregnant?
I got hooked up with Todd over at Everlast Welders, and told him what we were doing. Told him we got a bunch of sheet metal that probably needs welded and some other stuff, and that we're cutting through the bus and everything. And he has arranged to send us a MIG welder and another plasma.
Sweet.
Cool.
And the
That's
plasma,
nice.
they're sending over is not in production yet. It's actually a up and coming
Prototype.
model that hasn't been released yet.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Who do you have to thank for remembering to do that?
You're the best.
Arco. Yeah.
What? I missed out. What I do now?
Thank you, Arco.
Man,
Thanks,
you're the man,
Arco.
Arco.
You're the man.
Okay. I hate when I get myself into these things not paying attention.
Well, no, I asked Tyler, I said, so who do you have to thank for reminding you to call these people?
Yeah.
And he said, Arco.
Thursday night after playing in traffic, Joey got off at like an hour and a half into the show. And then 3.5 hours later, when John and Ray were finally ready to go to bed and we ended the live stream, Joey was still up watching the show, and he sent me a text and he said, hey, I need the link for the Sunday thing and so on and so forth. And I said, cool. Hey, can you remind me tomorrow to call Everlast Welders? So Friday morning he did. And Everlast
I'm a good secretary.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to plan on doing anything live? You know, are you going to have a live moment, or are you just going to? I know you guys got a shit ton of work to do, and you guys, you know, less play and more work. But I just didn't know if you know if you were going to try to do something live or.
I started writing down some ideas today, and I think what we should do is. And we can finalize this between this week and next. But one of my ideas is doing like a live stream first thing in the morning on Saturday, like maybe 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And just a short one, you know, 20 to 30 minutes. Kind of introduce everybody in person, do a quick walk around of the bus, quick overview of what we're doing. And then maybe we can go live on different channels throughout the day, just like from a distance, you know, so they can some activity.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Sounds
kind
good.
of my thinking.
Yeah, and to answer further there, Brian, about goofing off, I'll be there for that. I won't be there for work. So I will have plenty of time for goofing off.
And that's not
You'll
what you
have
told
plenty
me.
of time.
You said that you were going to be here to keep everybody in line, especially Arco.
Well, that's how I
You
keep
got your
it
hands
going.
full.
I tell corny jokes, and then they just don't want to be around me, so it works out.
Now, Arca, when you and I went down to the Carolinas, that's pretty much how you set it up. Was first thing we grabbed everybody together. You did your video, introduced everybody on the build team. You outlined real like Cliff Notes version, what we were going to be doing, and then you cut it, and that was it. And then 4 or 5 hours later, it was another brief, quick video of here's our progress to this point.
Yeah.
And then it was like real short and sweet. And then at the end of the day, we did another video of, hey, this is what we've gotten accomplished, and this is what so and so did, and this is what the game plan is for tomorrow. So
Yeah, and
yeah, I think doing a live stream first thing in the morning while everybody's still, kind of groggy but not ready to have power tools in their hands.
We'll be standing
Yeah.
around eating donuts, drinking coffee.
And
getting our sugar high
I
on.
think, the problem, like in South Carolina, though, the spot we were at, they had absolutely no service at all on our phones or nothing. No internet, no phone. I mean, we didn't have anything. So what I did is the filming that I did there, we loaded it later in a video or in a bunch of videos, and I think it'll be a lot better here because Heidi will be able to walk around live where we can, she'll even take whoever else wants to film, like Tyler's phone or Lewis's phone or whoever,
And I'm gonna have lots of helpers here too. I've got at least 4 or 5 extra bodies that'll be just here to help out all throughout the day on Saturday. So if you want, like if Heidi's busy and Arco's like, hey, I need someone to, record me doing something or talking or whatever, they'll be more than happy to jump in. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Cool deal.
I think this will be fun, man. And that's where having the extra helpers and everything, it'll be really nice for doing that kind of stuff. Because that was one of the things is when the guys in South Carolina called us and said, hey, we really want to do this with these vets, these military vets, building this drag car, but we would like you to take over and do this. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do one better. And then I called Paul. And when we got there, I told Paul, by the way, you're in charge, and went to work. And then I didn't figure it out, after I introduced him to everybody. So it was pretty cool. I threw him on the bus right away in the first 5 minutes we were there. So
yeah. Well, the week before, I'm going to take the bus down, and me and Tyler are really going to organize what we're going to do and get teams set up where everybody will know. As soon as we get there, we'll hit it.
Yep. I've got a whole bunch of tables to set up that'll be, like task oriented. So everybody on the Rivet crew is going to have one workstation with supplies on it and stuff. So we're going to try and be really organized and try to really get everything set up for success.
All right, so where's where are the Band-Aids and peroxide station going to be? Tetra shot table.
I just said,
Joey's in charge of medical.
hey, Tyler, Heidi was just saying it's going to be like a big home ec class in your shop, We're all going to have our little stations and
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Pretty much.
It just makes things go smoother when you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody know where everything is, and we just
Yep.
have our
Right.
things we got to do.
I mean, the good thing about it too is, besides Joey, there's no attitudes or nothing like that. So everybody's going to show up ready to work. And like I said, besides Joey, but it'll be nice. Everybody will be on task. And as long as we could call, if we could call Lewis boss man, I'll be happy with that because, he's gonna show everybody what to do, and that'll tickle me because I don't want to be the boss there. So
No. His name is Big Dog.
Big Dog, there you go.
Yeah.
But he'll be like, "Can you please call me Big Dog?"
It's like
Big
that reminded me of this show called Resident Alien, and this alien accidentally lands on Earth and had to learn how to be a human to blend in, and the doctor in the town died. Well, no offense, or anything, but the sheriff of that town is a black guy. And so he goes out to talk to this other doctor which was actually the alien that took over the body of another doctor. and he's introduced. Says, "Are you whatever the alien's name is?" And he's like, "Yes." And he told him his name. He says, "But you can call me Big Black." You know.
Big black.
So we got Big Dog, and
Oh,
And then after that, he started a YouTube channel called Mill Creek Fab.
so we got a question on where am I locating the new door?
I didn't laugh.
It's going to be 4 windows past the original door going towards the back. So you count 4 windows back, and that's where the new steps and door is going.
So is that about 8 feet or so?
I want to, 8 to 10, because the fuel tank is right there on that side, so we got to get past that.
Gotcha.
So are we fabricating new steps, or are we relocating the existing steps?
Well, we need to see what kind of shape my steps are now, and if they're in okay shape, we can use those. Just move them down.
They're shaped like a step.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the
Right.
shape they're in. They're shaped like a step.
Yeah.
If they're not rusted out, is what he's saying.
Oh, you got to clarify this shit with me.
Condition. What kind of condition they're in?
Yeah.
You guys realize we're not going to get any work done with all these goofballs. Like, you know?
Oh
Listen, I'm the only serious one here. I'll be 15 minutes ahead of all of you because I'll work circles around every one of you.
Yeah, because you're going to be, you and your one arm is going to be going in circles, man.
Yeah. Doing
listen,
all that, doing
I tell you
everyone's
what,
work.
there's going to be so many
That's
air
fine. You be
hammers
15 minutes ahead. Arco and I will come and clean up the mess.
There's,
All right.
there's going to be so many air hammers and cutoff wheels and everything running in here that we're not going to be able to hear each other to joke around anyway.
What did you
Actually,
say?
I think that's actually how it's going to be, man. It's going to be, heads down, balls out.
I didn't hear you. Will you repeat that?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You don't be doing that. I'm not going if that's what you're doing. It could be a man fest. I ain't going.
Well, we're gonna need earplugs then with all that racket, of course.
Yep. I got a jar full of the squishy ones.
Okay.
Jar full of squishy ones. I'm sorry.
Can I get
about that.
one of you all? to-
Heidi's like, I'm out.
She's
I'm
going
out.
here going like this right now. She's like, la, 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 la.
I wanna hear it
Can I get one of Heidi? Will you put my left one in?
I've never seen her turn red before.
I'm not red.
Yeah, and Tyler, you'll have to.
I think she's red.
No, and you can take care of your own earplugs.
Yeah, you can reach the other side.
I'll have to dig out a pair of my ones I wear at the shooting range because they're just easy to put on and they work.
At the archery range, you wear ear protection?
At the shooting range. I meant to say shooting range. Iron Horse is bringing 50-gallon drum of Dr. Pepper.
Perfect.
No, I drink Coca-Cola, no Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I want Pepsi.
I just put in the order for Saturday morning's sweet treats and coffee today. So we're going to have 4 gallons of hot coffee and 6 dozen donuts.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All the cops in the neighborhood will be there.
All right, so we should have,
Yeah.
plenty of sugar and caffeine.
Yep.
Back to the bus. We're gonna knock all these rivets out behind the driver's seat, so a couple feet back to the rivets to go around the top side of it.
Mm-hmm.
What are we putting back? Are we putting rivets back, or are we
Yes.
welding?
Rivets. We're going to slide the new sheet metal in between the outer shell and where those rivets were attached. So then we have to drill the new holes in the sheet metal all the way around.
And then just hold them in with Clecos and then to get it to where we want it and then start putting rivets in.
Okay, so do I need to pack up my pneumatic rivet gun, or is Arco going to do all these by hand?
No, if you have a pneumatic gun, that'd be sweet if you could bring yours.
You know what, though? Having Arco do them all with hammer and dolly. Ooh.
You're
That's
gonna buck them
that'd
all
be
by
custom.
hand?
Yeah.
That'd be custom.
Hey, I need to interrupt real quick. Edge of Eternity, Bill Cameron asked, is any of you getting here a couple of days early? Yes. Iron Horse Garage. what's that guy's name? Arco at Outlaw Edge. Who else is getting here early, Lewis?
I'll be there on Friday at a little after lunch, right around 1:30. I should be arriving.
What's this deal that we're going to Summit or something like that you guys were talking about?
Well, if we can swing it, if you guys don't want to hit that bus on Friday and be really far ahead for Saturday, then we'll make the trip down to Summit Racing, which is about 45 minutes from Lewis, on Friday. So, Bill, if you want to go to Summit, be here Thursday.
Around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We want everybody here on Saturday to get as much stuff as we can done. Bunch of filming, bunch of progress on the bus and all that stuff. But it's not a concentration camp. I mean, we want you guys to have a good time while you're in town.
Don't lie.
Well, I told Joey it was a concentration camp, but the rest of you guys are supposed to have a good time while you're here too.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With all the hands on it, like those rivets, knocking the rivets out the top rows. If we have a couple people on both sides hitting it, those rivets will come out pretty fast. You know what I mean? And taking the windows out. We'll have groups doing each thing, so I don't think it's going to take a long time.
Are you going to reuse that scuff pad thing, the black strip thing?
Rub rail.
Yes, because that covers the new seam.
Okay.
So when we put the new sheet metal up, that goes right back over the top of it.
What are you using to drill with? What do you drill? Are you gonna have a rivet or a drill bits? What do you drill in for the holes?
Just regular drill bits.
Let me go grab a tool real quick. Let me show you what I feel we should use.
A friend of mine, I don't want to say his name until I know for sure what he's doing, but he had he had asked about the size of those rivets and was talking about donating a kit if he could find that size for drilling rivets. So hopefully,
we still have to drill through the sheet metal once we put that up. So I was going to buy a lot of bits. Just buy a whole bunch of bits.
Yeah. Well, and I was referring to drilling through the center of the rivet that makes it easier to knock them out.
They're quarter inch.
Yeah.
Quarter inch is the size of the hole, or that's the size of the bit you'll use to drill out the center?
That's the size of the hole.
Because a rivet bit is different from a regular drill bit.
You're right.
Well, we're going to knock the rivets out from the inside because we can see the back part of the rivet. So we can run down the inside and knock them out, and then.
Yeah, I know that, but you want to use just because you're using a 1/4 inch rivet, you don't use a 1/4 inch drill bit. Okay, well that's a drill.
Now, what size bit do you think that is? We have to look it up and see.
That's a burr kit. I mean, that's to cut the rivets.
That's to cut spot welds.
The cut spot welds, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though, your rivets are set up as they have a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they have a step drill bit to drill them out, and that's the size you want to use. Now you can convert that over and find the right drill bit, but you don't. If you use the wrong size, like I said, if you use a 1/4 inch for a 1/4 inch, then when you go to squeeze it, it's not going to be tight enough, or you're not going to have a proper grip on it. So that's why when you buy your drill, when you get your rivets, you need to find out what drill bit you really need. Just don't buy the size, because then when you start doing it, you're not going to get them tight enough, or they're not going to grip.
Yep. I'll do that.
Well, if they're 1/8 inch rivets and you drill out an 1/8 inch hole, you put back a 3/16 rivet.
Right. So that's what I was just making sure he understands the math difference. You don't get the same size drill bit for the same size rivet to put the wrong rivet in.
Let me grab one. Hold on 1 second.
Well, they do make panel bond. So we just before everything goes back together, you put panel bond in place, and Then put the rivets in. You got a 2-hour window to work with the panel behind.
Right. I understand that. I just didn't want him to drill a whole bunch of holes and not have the right size rivet going in them.
Right.
I'm wondering why he's not having a good grip when he squeezes and he's on the edge. Trust me, that's why they make a step drill rivet or like a unibit. They have a unibit.
I do have plenty of unibits.
They have a unibit, but they also have a unibit for rivets because of the size, so that you do not. Because, like I said, you might not get enough grip onto the size when you squeeze
Right.
it.
Yeah. You can't have an oversized hole, or the rivet won't expand and
or also he's gonna have all these washers to make up the difference. You guys will be drilling.
We're gonna use 1/4" 20 bolts and nuts.
It's gonna be an IKEA set.
There you go.
Hey, quarter 20 hardware is cheap at Tractor Supply. We can just go and buy up a bin of 1/4 hardware from Tractor Supply.
Jonathan, my cousin, he says, I'll just bring my welder.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
just bring a torch too, and we'll just burn all those rivets out.
There you go. Are they aluminum or steel rivets?
Steel.
Well.
Yeah. That's even worse, right?
I think that's the only worry about this bus project that I have is the damn rivets. It's going to be a pain in the ass either to grind them out, punch them out, drill them out, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, the rivets, Arco, I ain't scared of the rivets at all. All those pre-war frames that were riveted together, you believe it or not, you come past it with an air hammer and a chisel, it'll knock the rivet out of a 3/16 frame.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're just gonna have to be a little bit more gentle so you don't beat up the bus too much. You scar it with the grinder and hit it and zap.
Right.
Yeah, they come off pretty easy with an air chisel.
They'll knock out
Here's,
relatively easy.
Yeah, it's just a lot of them. That's the key. So these
but
are
it's 15, 20 of them at a shot. You boom, 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 knock the heads off, and then come right behind with the punch, pop them all straight through. Before you know it, it's all loose.
That's a good trick there, Rich, with the unibit. Put a washer the size of the hole that you want to drill. That way you can't accidentally over drill the hole.
Right. Yep.
That's a new one for me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's
wait
a cool trick.
What did it say?
Here, I'll pop it back up.
I'll use a bright red or a bright yellow marking pen on the steps above where I want to be.
I used to do that too, Paul, but I actually got a set of these real nice high-speed steel step bits, and the flute in the step is actually curved, so it wants to self-feed, especially in softer materials, and having a washer on there would be really helpful on mine.
You know what I just thought of, and hear me out. This might work, Lewis, and it's something none of us have. I've not heard anyone mention this, but you know how you got your sheet metal above and below that black thing? Why can't we just cut it there at the top and the bottom of that, remove that all in one piece? Because you're going to be cutting right there and raising it. And while you guys are doing that, one of us can be over at the welding table, grinding those rivets out from the backside, and it's not going to mess up your black strip. Have you thought of that?
Well,
I think you're going to be removing too much material if you do it that way.
Yeah, and then you have a seam that's not covered.
Don't want to remove the material.
No, what I'm saying is you know how you got your sheet metal behind that black strip. Okay, you're going to just cut just above that and just below that black strip, and the only thing that's being removed is what it's riveted to.
Then you're removing twice. You're making two cuts. You don't need to make two cuts. You only need to make one.
Yeah, two cuts, and there's probably rivets behind the rub rail too.
Okay, so basically, yeah. All right, I guess that would mess up the 18 inches.
Once you remove that rub rail, and then just make one cut.
Yeah,
we don't have a lot of time here. Let's try to reduce the amount of work.
Right.
Yeah, and
that's I didn't think of that. Yeah.
What we're going to do, one of the things we're going to do is when Lewis brings the bus down a couple days ahead of time, I'm going to tackle some of those rivets on one side of the bus, and we'll see how hard they are to come out, what kind of time frame it takes, and then if we need to enact any kind of time-saving processes or not. I'm guessing we're gonna have like buku hands. We're gonna have more hands than we have tools here to help with people that are skilled and know what they're doing. So I think we'll get 4 people to go down each side of the bus, 2 inside, 2 outside, and I bet you we get all them rivets out in 2 hours.
It only takes one hand for a rivet. So
Joey was telling me that there's a lot of Amish in the area. If we get an Amish crew over there, I mean, we can do a bus roof raising. You know what I mean? It'll go fast.
Yeah, they won't even need any jacks or anything. They'll just bring 20 people over and
yeah, they'll just lift it.
I've seen Amish people carry a
don't play,
barn.
man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Brian asked what day and time. The main working day is going to be January 29th. Getting started first thing in the morning, 8, 9 o'clock, something like that, and then just kind of working until we start dragging.
Yeah.
So Brian's local here in town. You're welcome to stop by.
I didn't know on your. The only problem is I don't know time frame wise, but we have our unibits. I mean our these are our new drill bits. And these are our hyper steps, and as you can see, the ends.
Now those are badass. The hyper step bits, they're badass. I still owe the Mako man because I got a set and I didn't even give him any money down. I just grabbed it off his truck and said,
"Yeah, now, like I said, I don't know what size you need. I don't know how many I have on the truck." But this right here we burn, you could cut right through. I mean, you can keep drilling through rotors with these. I mean, these things are, and for how hard of a bit, or a rivet or whatever, what you were doing. I don't know if that's something that
I don't know. I've had a couple of those warranted already.
Well, nothing's perfect, but I'll tell you one thing. I've sat in this, I've turned one ice blue and it still goes through a brake rotor.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So
when I was done with it, it wouldn't. I turned that thing blue and it had red shards coming off of it, and I handed it back over to the guy. He warranted it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. By Thursday, Brian, I'll have the actual size.
Okay. Well, like I said, I have, and like I said, they're badass, and I'm just trying to think of, like I said, I want to make sure that, like I said, just because what the size it says, that's not the size that you need to drill the hole, because then you
need the actual size of this barrel, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said,
it's supposed to be a nice snug fit.
You want a tight fit so that when it bites and holds on. But like I said, to drill them out or whatever, like I said, that's going to be your biggest thing, I guess.
Well, the drilling out, we're going to knock all the rivets out. We really don't have to drill them. It's when we put the new sheet metal in, then we got to drill the new holes in the sheet metal. Yeah. So that's where we'll.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go put the toys back in the toy box, so they don't sit here laying in the house, and then my wife gets upset. So I'll be right back.
All right.
So Slingshot said, "Awesome job on the Motor Mouth show this morning. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It was a lot of fun. There's always, an hour minus 15 minutes in the beginning, minus a 5-minute commercial break. It goes by really quick, and there's tons and tons to talk about. We tried to stay pretty focused on the bus project, but it was a lot of fun, and hopefully Ray will have us back on again soon. Yeah. Trying to get Ray to come out and host a show here at the shop while everybody's here in town.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
It's in the 1/4-inch hole.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. That's the barrel end of it. See?
Oh. Okay. Like I said, you just want to make sure you get the right size. You don't want too big of a hole.
Right.
Hey, Lewis.
Yeah.
On the rivets, you said, now I want to make sure I'm hearing you right. So if we're standing inside the bus, we're going to be drilling those on the inside of the bus?
No, we'll knock them off with the air chisel.
Yeah, just knock them off and hammer them out, right? And then when we're on the outside doing the sheet metal, that's where we're drilling them and putting the new rivets in.
Yep,
okay.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, I got you.
Yep.
Yeah, and the good news is the holes in the outside of the bus will be a guide for where the holes have to go.
in the sheet metal.
in the sheet metal, because we'll be just replacing them where they already were.
Yeah. As long as the roof is everything's straight when you're laying the metal on.
Yeah.
Right. So Bill from Edge of Eternity says, will there be a guy inside with a bucking bar and a guy outside with an air hammer?
Well, actually, the air hammer would probably be from the inside, popping them out. Because we're gonna shear off. Like, say, let's see.
The
Say,
shearing will be done. The shearing will be done on the inside too, right?
Yeah. So we'll see this part of the rivet on the inside. So you shear it off and then knock it out of the bus.
And you've already tried some of these, right? So I mean, they
Oh,
come
yeah.
out pretty easy. Okay.
Yeah, they come out pretty easy. Once you, if
So
you
as
have
long
sharp,
as we got as long as we have some nice sharp air chisel bits,
Yep.
it'll zap them right off.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So
Lewis
basically,
has,
it'll be 2-man teams to remove the rivets inside. One guy with a air chisel with a sharp bit to shear it, and then a guy will come behind him with a pin bit and just punch them out.
Yeah.
And we get 2 guys on the inside, or 4 guys, 2 on each side, doing that.
Yep.
Then on the outside, we'll be taking off the rub rail and then the little strips in between the windows. Because I think they have like 6 rivets on those, so we'll shear those off. Somebody can come in the back and pull the windows out as those guys knock out the rivets. The windows are already loose. The windows are already loose, so they just gotta peel them out from the glue. You know, they're glued in. So
yeah,
that'll be 2 more people can do those. And then once we get that, then we weld in the new brackets, the adjustment brackets, and then we'll start cutting. We'll have one guy on one side cutting and another guy on the other side cutting, and maybe one guy going over the top, cutting the top. We have a guy taking off the back door, a guy taking off the front door, and then we lift it up, and then we start welding in the new braces all the way down. So we'll have maybe couple guys cleaning the bars, getting them ready to be welded.
We should have them all pre-cut.
Yeah, we'll have them pre-cut and start welding those in. So a couple guys can be doing that, and then outside we can be doing the sheet metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to run nice and smooth because it sounds like you guys already ran through it 1,000 times and you got everything set up pretty much for everybody doing their job. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
We just gotta.
Yeah, we're gonna. Like I said, the bus will be here a couple days early, so we're gonna test and make sure we got the process down.
Hey, Lewis, Woody on Wood and Metal Garage. Woody was asking. He says, "Hi everyone, y'all gonna raise the bus event sticker or something for sale? Maybe, I don't know." And then, I told you about those keychains that Iron Horse is building us.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about doing like maybe stickers or something too, but maybe we could do something after the event, so that if we're going to do something each year for these events, I don't know. What you got any ideas on that?
Yeah, I'm getting stickers made, so
okay.
we will have stickers, and on my website, Plan and Traffic, a couple people asked about donating, so there's a donate button on the Plan and Traffic website. So if you want to contribute that way, that'd be helpful. And from now to the next event, we'll promote this build. So for the whole until we go to the next one, we'll keep promoting the build. You know what I mean? The Plan and Traffic Skoolie build.
Yep.
Then the next guy, like say we're going to Arcos for charity or something, then we'll promote that event until we get to the next event. So what it's doing is building hype on each person's channel and event or charity or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they come, when we come to Minnesota, that'd be a good. Yeah, you're here.
Back.
When we come to Minnesota to do an event, that'd be a good time to promote build a cabin in the woods event.
Would you cut it with the cabin in the woods? Hey, Tyler, you were saying somebody that has English wheel around in your area or no?
I talked to him, and when COVID hit, actually he ended up selling a lot of his equipment.
Okay.
So unfortunately,
depending on what happens, I might be able to bring one. I do have my portable, but I'd really like to bring my big English wheel. But I'll talk to Heidi, and if we're doing a rental car, I just don't see. I don't see being able to do it because of the room,
Right.
But I'd like to be able to, show you guys like Paul and I. We kind of showed the guys on the English wheel and whatever when we were in South Carolina. We did like a little class for the guys because everybody was really interested and they wanted to see how we used it and whatever. So that was one of the things he asked. Hey, if you're going to be coming over here to work on the race car, helping us do panel building and all that, can you please bring your English wheel? So he actually already had one there and set up. It was identical to the one I had. So we showed him how to use it. And it was brand new in his shop. He'd never used it. So we ended up setting it up for him,
What about like a cheap one from Harbor Freight? Like
That's all I got, bro. That's all I have, man. Yeah, I have Harbor Freight, and then I have a home built one, which is one of my favorites. And then
I just had a brilliant idea. They have one set up for display in the store. We can just go there
and do it in the store.
Well,
We're doing
it. Has anybody contacted Eastwood?
No.
I contacted Everlast and talked to them about welders, and they're sending us a welder and a plasma cutter, but I did not get in touch with Eastwood.
Well, somebody will
see
get
if you
me.
can get through to Eastwood, and see if we can't get an Eastwood representative to come up with why are you pointing?
Mill Creek Fab Shop. He's got the hookup with Eastwood. Have him call.
If you get me a list of products,
well, just get a hold of Eastwood and just throw it out to them. Hey, can you guys come out and help demo some of this equipment, and maybe you'll get a sale out of it or whatever. And have them bring their
Eastwood is here in Ohio too.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
There's an Eastwood in Ohio?
Yeah.
Parma.
There you go.
The main branch is in Ohio.
Yeah.
I got to connect.
Be popular if it's built.
The Pasadena, Maryland store has been awesome for me. I've gone into the Pasadena store and sat there and used the English wheel in their showroom.
What?
Oh. So
and then walked out buying the plenishing hammer.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you would need them to bring some equipment for us to showcase in this build.
Yeah.
And okay.
And obviously stickers and banners and any other advertisement in the background so that when we're filming, they can have their English wheel set up and we can do some classes and they're getting lots of advertisement from that,
Yeah.
And their 2022 calendars, because like 10 of the 12 cars in the 2022 calendar came out of Maryland.
All right.
So before Lewis answers this question about the rivets, I think going forward after the roof raising event, we should call ourselves the B team, the build team.
Well, then we'd have to have a short bus.
They are pop rivets. Yeah.
The old ones or the new ones or both.
But no, Summit also, you're talking about doing a tour of Summit. Summit also has a lot of equipment, and a lot of people don't realize everything that Summit does have available, from stock replacement parts all the way up to the high performance stuff. But they have a lot of equipment too, and maybe they'll do something for us.
Yeah, I'll call Parma, and then because that guy's finicky about doing things, because where he's bought into the franchise. Normally, you got to call the main office, which is who I always deal with when I need products and stuff. I call them and they ship it out. So,
let's see if we have the same contact. Joey.
The other thing, Arco, I don't know if I ever showed you any pictures of when I was down at Kent's Customs and doing those classes with Gene Winfield. Kent had one of the most badass homemade. It's basically a slip brake made out of a bunch of old fence posts. Sitting on a tripod. It was just some round tube from the fence post welded together and set up in such a fashion that you'd slip the steel down inside of it You could work your way around it because it had a stop on it, and you could do 180-degree bends on a piece of sheet metal with this thing.
Yeah,
And it made some really nice, very smooth transition bends. And once I saw it and how simple it would be to make, if we could just come up with some chunks of round fence post, we could put one together in about 15 minutes to bend.
What kind of diameter tube?
Bend the corners.
Well, we'll need like maybe 1.5 inch, 3 inch,
And 6 inch.
And 6 inch.
Yeah.
And then you need to do something with the legs.
Yeah.
So just some 1x square tubing can work for the legs.
I did a video on that, Paul. I built one, and it's in the video. If you can watch it, Tyler, it says Gene Winfield style pipe anvil.
Yes,
and
it is Winfield style.
Does it have moving parts or no?
Nope.
No.
You just slide the metal into it and bend it over, and it's awesome. You can get, if you need an angle, you just turn it and put a line on where you want it to bend, and get it to where you want it, and then you can bend it. It'll be really. It's something that you might want to do in your shop, for us to build it in your shop. So you can
build it in your shop. We'll leave it behind, and once you have it, you'll use it.
So Arco, link me your video. I'll get the material here, and then we can build one when you get here.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to have you start out with the 6 inch pipe or 5 inch, and then you just weld on some washers that's your gap, and then you put your 3 inch and then your 1 inch or whatever other size, and make it so you have your different areas where you slide in the sheet metal, and then those are your bends and so forth.
Awesome.
It's all it is. It's pretty neat.
Good deal.
And like you said, Paul, it's simple. I mean, I've got a little 6 inch one here at the house that I use, and it works quite nicely. I knew where that was going to go. I saw the smile.
So the only thing we have
like
to
I
bend
said, I'll
on the
bring the
bus
slip
is
roller with me, but that can only do about 10 or 12 inches. We're raising it 18 inches. This might be a better way of doing it, and it's a very simple tool to make up.
Well, that's exactly why I was asking the other day about those back corners on the bus when you jackasses were photoshopping me and doing all that crap with the yeah, because I was worried about that back edge. If it doesn't go straight up, you know how it's when it starts.
No, it's got to give it some roundness to it.
Yeah,
you know, round like a Coke can. And
yep,
if we had a couple fence posts, you know, like you said, sometimes you look at things different once you start doing this. That the propane tank and the cap for the welding bottle, they all become a tool.
Everything, man. I mean,
Tyler, can you share your screen of that bus that I showed you today, or you showed me today? The guy told you I'm gonna do mine exactly like his in the back. It's in your messenger. I sent it to you.
The picture you sent me.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
So this guy here, I took a lot of his the way he did his bus. He did it he cut it in the easy spot, and just a lot of his stuff is real usable for us. I researched a lot of different guys, and I think his is probably the easiest and smartest way to do it.
Now you're gonna set yours up with a generator and an inverter and a bathtub and
no
tank
bathtub.
No, just shower.
Shower, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to have a hot tub in there. Hot tub jacuzzi.
I did see one couple do a hot tub.
A disco light, like make this the party bus so we can all hang with you, man.
Yeah, I don't think the wife can go for that one. All right, here we go. So the only difference, we're gonna cut a little bit higher over the lights.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what we're gonna do, and there's the side panel. And then we're gonna add on to the door that way as well.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's easy. I was, for some reason, I was thinking it was above that black line right there. You know.
Yeah, I was thinking we had to go up above the back line, and you would have to make more of a compound curve.
No,
right.
But
we're gonna cut
everything on the school bus. the metal guys in here will understand what I'm talking about. The other guys are going to catch on real quick. There's a difference between shape and form. Everything on a school bus falls under form. There is no shape.
Right.
Anytime it's just a piece of paper that you lay out, piece of paper that lays out, and you do that, you're still a form.
Yes.
It's a form. It's flat. It doesn't have. Once you crinkle it, then it becomes shape and it becomes a second dimension to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you get into
as long as
and stretching and all that.
Yeah. So
yeah,
this is what,
everything's in a square cut, flat formed pieces.
now this is exactly what
now-
we're going to do on the transition. Exactly the same way. This
Cool.
is actually the same bus.
But you want to do your transition further back.
No. Right there. Exactly like
You're
that.
doing the transition right there.
Yes.
Okay, now
But mine's going to be a little higher.
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, this is a 12-inch roof raise, and we're doing 18.
So,
So
but
it'll be steeper.
everything you're seeing here is still falls under what's
Yeah.
called form,
Yep.
because it's all flat. It's
Yep.
just
Now,
it's just a piece of paper, and it lays out, and it's got the curve to it.
Yep.
hey,
It's-
Lewis, on the front though, on the front piece that we're building right there, that's going to get welded on though. No.
We can weld it, or I think he did rivets, but I would like to weld it.
I would like to weld it. I mean, because when you have a shape like what Paul's talking about, it's a lot easier where you can shape stuff, and a lot of times you can get your shape close, and you know
Exactly.
what the heat's going to do, so you use the heat to weld it and pull it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
There's no reason that it has to be 3 pieces. We could do that all in one piece.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these guys that are doing it aren't professionals like you. You know what I mean?
I'm not a professional. I mean, I appreciate
Oh,
you
whatever.
saying that, but I'm,
You guys
I'm
should
nowhere
see it.
near a professional. But I do know that it can be done with one piece, and
Right.
anytime you don't have a seam up above your head, you don't have a place for it to leak.
Yeah. True.
So on the back of the bus, Lewis,
Yes.
You're planning on cutting right above the lights, right below the top rub rail, or up
No,
here?
right in the middle of the rub rail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So same as on the side.
Yes. So
Okay.
that rub rail goes all the way down the side and around the back. So that's
Right.
exactly where we're going to cut it, where your mouse is.
Okay.
Does that rub rail come off?
Yes. It's riveted on.
So then
Yeah.
you're going to remove that and just put that back where you did your cut, right?
Yep.
So that's on. Okay.
Do we need to make a second rub rail to cover the second set of seam?
No, because it's going up in the channel above the windows. Like if you look above the windows, there's like a rain guard that comes out. Do we have a picture of that, Tyler? All
Kind
right,
of.
here we go. Now see that line right there?
Okay.
Okay, the sheet metal is going to go up in between that and the
'Cause
bus.
that's 2 panels, right? It's
Yes.
like a channel in there that
Yeah.
slides up in there where the roof sits on it.
If you can zoom in, you can see the rivets that run all down that line.
Yeah.
See the rivets?
Yeah.
That's the rivets that we're taking out all the way around the bus.
Okay.
And then the
All right, so
new
we
sheet
pull
metal will
all
slide
those
up like
rivets out, and then the sheet metal will go up behind it, kind of like in the front. You can't see where I'm pointing at on the screen on my end, but in the front, this triangle-shaped piece, you have it behind where that
Yeah.
series of rivets or bolts are,
yes.
It's like a
and
drip
then there's
rail.
a gap where it sits off to the side at the window.
Yep. There's actually 2 rows of rivets there, and we're going to take the bottom row out. And then the sheet metal will slide up, and it'll hit the top row of rivets, and then we drill in the rivet holes and put the rivets back in.
Yeah, because it's already giving you the spots to put the rivets back in, so that's
Yep.
going to work out good.
Yep.
Now on the rub rail on the passengers, or no, on the rub rail on the driver's side,
Mhm.
that's all coming off, so we can lift the roof. The one on the passenger side is coming off, so we can lift the roof obviously too. But when we go to put the one back on the passenger side, you're moving the doors and stuff, so we're gonna have to cut weld it back together and move it around and so it goes all the way down the bus, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
we just cut that piece out.
yeah, yep. And then add and subtract and do whatever we got to do to make it look like the other side or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I got a quick question for Brian, since he's the Matco guy. Since these are 1/4-inch rivets, Rich GT350 said in the chat that use a size F .2570 drill bit. Does that sound familiar to you?
That could be. I don't have. I was looking for my little rivet chart thing.
I was looking for my drill and tap chart as well, and I didn't see it. And I wasn't going to spend a bunch of time looking for it.
Yeah.
But it tells you what number drill bit is equal to what decimal point drill bit that's equal to what fractional size drill bit.
Right.
And
yeah, like I said, I have one on the truck, and I have one floating around here someplace. I was for it, but on the step rivet drill drill bit, it has a little chart that comes across and tells you what the number, what it comes down to. That's why, like I said, that sounds about right. I try not to remember numbers.
Yeah, he obviously he's probably got that chart handy, and it was how he.
Yeah, but there is a chart.
Throw it out there.
So that's probably pretty much what we'll have to do. I can't picture in my mind how the end of the rub rail is. Is it like smashed flat?
Yes.
Okay. So we might have to finagle the end, but that's it.
I assume that there's a press in your shop, and between your press, the miscellaneous hammers that we have, and my plenishing hammer, we can reshape the end of the rub rail where you cut it to lay it flat again.
Yep.
Yep. He just sent me a screenshot of that chart you were talking about, and it's 1/4-inch number F, drill number F, and then the drill size is .2570. So I didn't know if you.
Drill
I
number
didn't know.
what?
Drill number F. Are you writing it down? Because I'm going to send it out in email later.
Wouldn't
I'm not going to write it down, Brian.
do
You're
I
just
find
going
that
to
in
bring
the
the chart
numbered
with you
set
when you
or
come.
in the lettered set? Because in my book, F is a letter, not a number.
Well, it's going by. It says drill number F. That's what it says.
They have lettered sets and they have numbered sets.
Yeah, and then drill size is .2570. That's for 1/4-inch.
Drill size F. Got it.
Are you going to be there, Brian?
He's on the phone. Disgruntled customer.
They're telling him they're going to Snap On.
I think he did it on mute so he could look for something. Well, anyway, I wrote that down.
Don't worry, the Cornwell guy will handle it.
Hey, I have the power to unmute him while he's talking. We could always listen in.
Actually, Ray was texting me because he's watching on YouTube, and Ray told me to look under the pile of my Hot Wheel cars for the drill, and I told him I was in the middle of trying to do that, but he asked me the same question: how many drill bits are you guys on? We were talking earlier about make sure that you guys had enough for because like you said, it's no good having 10 hands or 9 and not have enough tools for them all,
Was that 9 statement pointed toward me?
Yes, Joey. I figured everybody else was throwing something in there. I might as well at least be that guy too.
Good job. Good job.
Luckily, I was able to count fast enough. I had I only needed my fingers and not my toes. So
is that another one-handed joke?
Yeah, I know. I threw 2 in. I'm on a roll now. You can better mute me, Tyler. Just mute me. It's all right.
Hey, Joey, if it means anything, your 2 heads make up for it. So
my 2 heads.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I only make good decisions with one of my heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I only make
2 shots of tequila that gets you in trouble. So.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna talk about the windows and the windows and the doors.
Yeah.
We're just gonna frame those in and go from there. I mean, as we're
already got the
welding the
material to
new
frame those
bars,
in?
I'll have
Yeah.
How many windows do you have, Lewis? Do you have any windows now, or are you just going to get it
Yes.
set up and then put an extra coat on and drive home with it, or what?
No, I have 6 windows, and I need 2 more because I need 2 for the front, for the passenger and driver side. You know, like up front. So I need some small ones for that. So
I know where some
hopefully
are.
I can
They're
try
free.
to find them before.
I know where they are. They're in
Some small ones.
Big Falls. Yeah, they're in Big Falls, Minnesota. Sitting in a camper. They just
Yeah.
have to be uninstalled.
Are those like
You hear that, Arco? He's
the
putting you to work.
windows? Are the windows? You said they were like RV. Are those flush mounted? Or are they framed or whatever? I mean, do they?
They'll
How
be
do they-
flush.
They're flush to the.
Yeah.
You drill into the. They have the holes all the way around the frame, and you drill it to the body. But on the inside, it'll be a steel frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where
But
you're
the
going to
RV I
use
took
the
them out
one
of
by one.
have had wood
So
frames.
we need some 1-inch square tubing to make up the frame structure for the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already got all that there.
Cool.
So somebody's picked up a couple sticks of 1-inch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so the idea is we'll
Say
have
again?
a solid unbroken sheet on the outside of the bus of sheet metal, and the window frames will already be inside, welded in place, ready to go. And then if we get time to do it while everybody's here, cool, we'll cut out the windows and put them in. If we don't have time, then we can just leave the solid metal on the outside of the bus, and we can do the windows on a sunny day later on.
I don't see
Well, I'm
why
not
we would.
driving back to Ohio another day. We're going to do this while we're there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and 2, I need the scrap metal from that. So by God, we're getting it done. Okay.
Hey, Lewis. If I don't see why we don't have the time to
Yes.
do it. If we're gonna frame in the stuff, we might as well blast the windows in too. But
Yeah.
you're gonna use like mastic, or what are you gonna use behind the windows for sealing?
You use a product called Dum Dum. It's essentially like a putty caulking.
Yeah.
Rednecks in Kentucky call it black mammy. So
Oh, so we're going to use
That's
some
what they call it.
Appalachian
Here it is
engineering.
right here. This is
Yep.
Oh yeah.
they call it
You could also call it rope caulk.
what the heck do you call it?
That's the same
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
you
pretty
use in metal-
sticky. Once you get it on there,
Yeah. We use that in metal
yeah.
buildings
So
for.
we'll use
each
that
down.
and on. Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of that, and I'm ordering the seam sealer,
Yeah.
the 3M seam sealer. So we'll use that on all the seams. And
you
I
need
think we're
any
good.
spray foam?
I'd strongly suggest getting hold of a couple cans of some weld-through primer, because anything that overlaps, we're going to want to have a coating on, because you're not going to be able to get any paint up onto it once it's in place.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
it should have some kind of weld-through primer on there, so
Well,
that in 5 years it's not rusted out and we're all doing this shit again.
Yeah. Before you buy that, let me talk to Eastwood and. see if
Well,
there's any
it goes
special
back
things.
to the Eastwood situation.
Yeah.
And get some cans from Eastwood. Maybe they got some damaged scratch and dent sale ones that a case blew up and they can't sell them on the store shelf.
Yeah, I'll give them a holler tomorrow and see what's up. See what they can do.
sounds good. What else? Just I like to do that window over the over the transition, but I went to the junkyard the other day and I didn't see anything that I could use.
Hey, like I said though, man, just let me know on some measurements, because if we take a rental car, there's no way I can do it. But if we're taking a truck or something, and like if we're taking a truck and a trailer and we're bringing Terry's truck or something, or if Terry's truck is getting shipped over there, I can put it in the back of that and strap it down.
Right.
So if there's
Well-
something that you can use.
Well, I've seen on the road. I've been looking at different SUVs, like the Escapes, the older Escapes.
Yeah.
They have a lot of flat surface on the back before it hits the bin. So that's what we need. We need that flat surface. So when you lay it into the transition, that's your weld point. You know what I mean?
Right.
So any kind
You're
of
just gonna
hatchback
pull
like
someone
that.
over and carjack them for their rear hatch.
Yeah, get out.
Well, I have a escape here that I could cut up and take the hatch from, but Heidi's giving me the look because it's hers.
Don't get me in trouble.
Oh, that'd be sweet. She's gonna try to talk Terry into putting an LS into it.
Yeah.
I love
If Terry won't, I will.
I love that. That escape was awesome.
Yeah. So basically, I think the most fabrication part is moving the steps.
Yeah. Yep. That'll be a big job.
And what's nice is having a plasma cutter is going to make work a lot easier. Cut the panel out, the side of the bus, and then cut the floor out.
What's up, Wicked Fabs? Good to have you over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've sent some pictures somewhere of a guy that moved his steps.
I think you showed me, but you didn't send them to me.
No. Yeah, he moved the steps and the door. And it really, the steps just bolted back in, where like in the front, it's bolted to the floor. And like, I think they put a frame around the edge of the floor, like
Right.
like a not C channel, angle iron.
Yeah.
And then they bolt the angle iron to the floor and then bolt the steps to the angle iron. All the way around.
Well, that'd be easy enough.
All right.
That's
So
what
what gauge is the side panels? They're the 18 gauge, 14 gauge?
I think there's 16.
16 gauge on the side panels, and then we're like 3/16 on the floor. I mean, it's thick floor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's thick. Yep.
Yeah. Is that someone else's phone dinging? Because it sounds like
Yeah, I
it's
don't know
mine.
whose that is.
That
Sounds
was
like
mine.
Okay.
Hey, Wicked Fabs, I just seen you on here for the first time, and I subbed your channel. And if you could do the same thing, go through and sub everybody else's channel, man. That way we can support each other on YouTube. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Michael Knight, did you get an email from Lewis with a file or a folder you can drop video in? If you did, just drop that video in there for that call, since you hadn't had a chance to put it on your YouTube yet. And he'll use it on his channel.
Yeah, and anybody in the chat room, if you can lead people to planandtraffic.com, and all the information of all the builders is there, so you can click on their logo and it'll take you to their website or their YouTube.
If only Joey was doing his moderator job. I think I'm gonna have to fire him and hire Rich GT 350.
Can we please?
I didn't know I was a moderator.
I told you that last week.
No, that's not what you said. He was a mother or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
It was
So-
close, man.
Any questions that somebody might not be sure of or wondering about?
As far as the bus running gear and all that, I mean, obviously you drove it or you're driving it to Ohio. This thing runs and drives, and I mean everything else is pretty much as far as your chassis and everything, it's all set up ready to go with your brakes and coolant and everything, right?
Yep.
That's awesome, man. I mean, and then once you get the roof raised and all that stuff set up, you're pretty much going to start hauling ass on the interior and everything.
Yeah, that's it. Once I get the
That was
roof
sweet.
done, I'm gonna put the subfloor down and the actual floor, wood floor, and build my cabinets, bathroom, bedroom, living room, couch. I'll build all that here in the garage.
That's kind of just the roof raising is what you've been waiting on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what slowed me up because of the weather. Exactly.
That and you didn't have
Yeah, and
enough
then
hands.
once that's all done, then you can work inside the thing and
With a heater.
yeah, that'd
Yep.
be nice.
What Joey is going to say is, see, I could. It's a one-man job lifting this roof, but it's just time-consuming because you got all the rivets, you got the welding, you got so many little tedious things. It would take me 2 months to do it by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people have done it with 1 and 2 people. It
Yeah.
can be done.
I think it's going to be pretty cool though to see a bus pull in there that's stock original, and at the end of the day having a bus that's a motorhome. You know.
So I have a big memory card for one of my GoPros. I'm gonna put it up high so we can see the whole bus.
Sweet.
And we're gonna time lapse the whole day.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
gonna
cool.
be nice. You know, at the end of this build, we'll have all the content, and if everybody shares all the content, then we'll all spread it to everybody, and we can all put it on our channels and just go wild with it.
That'll be fun, man.
Yep.
Those those phone calls the other day with like us and Iron Horse and everybody, that was hilarious, man. Have you guys watched those videos?
Yeah.
Oh, the videos the other night, y'all started slamming those out at like 2:00 in the morning. And yeah, they were funny.
Yeah, they were a blast.
So
Did you see the famous Batman one?
we saw the famous Batman, and you got
Yep.
Batman sitting at the console, and then all of a sudden it goes over to Arco. He's sitting at his console, changing the fuses out or whatever he was doing, and it all worked out really well.
Yeah, just the mashed tater guys, they did as good as they could, you know. But
Now they're from Idaho. You know, what do you want?
yeah.
We got a question about the door going in and out. We're just gonna raise the building if it don't fit.
And Lewis told me that those tires aren't really fit for the road. So if we go to pull it out and it's not going to fit out the door, we'll just slash his tires.
Yeah, cut them off.
Yeah.
Let the air out, right?
That'll gain us like 10 inches right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share another picture to kind of change gears real quick.
Did you see my moderating skills in the chat?
Yeah, you're fired.
He's always thinking about himself, huh? Oh, I want that.
I didn't know I had a wrench, so I tell you, a good one that would be good for moderating is Wood and Metal Garage. He's fabulous at it, and I'm sure Rich is too. But Rich likes to just listen.
Well, I was gonna say maybe Arco but he shows up late to everything. So
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's what happens when your water lines are frozen solid. And you can't put flush your sinks or toilets or whatever.
That's because you live in the Great White North. You need
That's
to come south a little bit.
When it gets to 90 below zero, that's what happens.
You said you forgot.
So where are you from?
South.
Where do you live, Paul?
I'm in Maryland. I'm getting ready to head to
Oh.
Texas. I'm just
that's
under a year out from moving to Texas. So
I got you.
when it snows in Texas, it's gone at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Lewis,
Well-
how big is that bus compared to yours?
8 more feet, I think.
Yeah. These buses are they're 45 feet long. They come in 40 or 45 because a couple of states it's not legal to have a 45-foot long vehicle. The biggest thing that these have going for them is they're a heavier chassis, so they're rated for 44,000 pounds instead of like 32 or whatever the school buses are rated for.
Yeah,
They
32.
usually have a larger motor, and they're usually 7 feet of interior height right out of the gate.
That looks like it's a tandem rear axle.
It is.
It's it's a pusher engine arrangement with one drive axle and one tag axle.
Yeah.
And that would work out good for you, Tyler, because you want to call it the B team, and you're going to need a Class B CDL to drive that freaking rig.
No, you don't. Not when you convert it to an RV. You don't.
Oh,
Not
really?
in Ohio.
Yep.
So don't leave Ohio.
Yeah.
No, you can drive
Well,
anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you have an
So
Ohio
Where it's
license.
registered at.
it's based on where you're registered. I'm actually thinking about registering it in Wyoming because Wyoming's overall vehicle length is 85 feet, which is the longest of any in any state. So that would let me have the 45-foot bus and my 40-foot enclosed triaxle trailer behind it.
wow.
But I don't know anybody that lives in Wyoming yet, so Arco, I need
What
you to.
about Maine? Because you don't have to know anyone in Maine. You just go
Well,
to Maine because Maine takes your money. They don't care if you live there or not.
right, but their overall vehicle length is only
Yep.
65.
Okay.
The only thing you want with Maine is the trailers, because their trailers have like you pay one time for 10 years or whatever.
Yep.
And for you don't have to have that inspection or whatever. It's that's why you see a lot of trailers are Maine.
So whose
you
bus
know-
was that you were just showing?
That's one I'm looking at picking up here in the near future.
You're not messing around, huh?
We're not raising the roof on that one.
And,
No,
and that's it exactly. I can literally day one rip out seats, start building.
Yeah.
So
So when are we starting on that pile of crap?
Wow, thanks. I'm definitely not hiring you after all.
Summertime. Summer.
Oh, check this out.
Yeah, so that's my proposed floor plan ish.
Really tiny.
What do you need a queen size mattress for?
I have a second arm, unlike Joey, so I like to sprawl out.
Wow. And his
Well,
secret
you
too
you just need a twin hammock. That's all.
and his secret at night is he dresses like a queen and prances around.
Oh, now you've done it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tyler, can
Listen,
you?
you're over there picking on my one arm. I get to pick on your queer side. So
I just want to know where the disco ball was.
I want to know what the razor blade is for.
Nothing.
He's gonna have a lot of fun in his bus.
Nothing.
No.
You got the razor blade right next to the queen size bed.
Yeah.
Party bus, man. Party bus.
yeah. Hey,
Hookers
Wicked
and low,
Fabs
hookers
wants
and low.
Wicked Fabs wants everybody to
Yeah.
put their link in the chat.
Oh, cool. Thanks for sharing everybody's channel there, Joey.
Thank you, Joey, because I don't know how to do that, so you're gonna have to do it. Hey, by the way,
Joey's the only one
from
who
my heart-
can, other than me.
From my heart,
Yeah, I
you're
was
the
gonna
worst
say that.
moderator on the planet, Joey.
Shut the hell up. I'm working
Yeah,
on
we
getting
can't
these
put
channel
our
links.
things in the chat.
I'll get it. Hold on.
Man,
Hang on to
Come
your
on.
panties.
What's the character limit on chat? Can you just copy all of them?
What?
Like how
Yeah, you should be able
is
to.
it 200?
Copy and
200?
paste.
It's 200 characters.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Play.
yeah, there's
So,
only
I'm gonna
6
ask you
characters here.
Guys, the metal guys. I'm gonna ask the metal guys. I want to put skylights in the top. How would you build the frames? Some people do wood, some do with metal. What would you think?
I would stay away from the metal or the wood. I would stay away from the wood and just use metal.
Wood rots.
Wood rots, exactly. And that's a bad spot because it's on the roof.
And
where
it's
you're
going to
gonna go
expand
water,
and
you know?
shrink at different rates than the steel. But you need to keep all the material as even as possible. So you do a frame out of steel, and we just set the skylight in there.
And that's a round roof. So, I mean, if you have to, it'd be the best to get like a tubing bender where it fits up in there. You know, the tubing would be the same transition as that roof.
Right.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Hey,
Which I can take out the emergency hatch, and that will give us the radius too.
Now,
Yeah.
In the front with the transition going up 18 inches, has anyone thought about using the window from a Vista Cruiser? Can we get a hold of a Vista Cruiser wagon, roof line, and
What in the hell is a Vista Cruiser?
Oh, you don't know?
I was thinking we should use the back window from a split window Corvette.
Yeah, good luck.
A Vista Cruiser is a very old classic station wagon, Mr. Classic.
you hurt my feelings if you don't know what a Vista Cruiser is,
Oh
Arco.
my
I
God.
know what it is.
He's
Yeah.
actually got 6 of them.
You know what we should do? I should go up to Badet and grab that station wagon we saw up there. It looks just like the Griswold station wagon. Yeah, the family truckster. And we could cut that right down the middle and put that right on top of Lewis's bus.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when you guys are driving down the road, I'll have a steering wheel to sit up there in the deal.
No, what we should do. We should cut the tail end of a car off at like a crazy angle and put that on the roof so it looks like someone jumped a car into the roof of the bus.
Oh yeah,
A scene from Smokey and the Bandit, right?
And that would
When-
be-
when- right in the side of the trailer when
Yep.
yeah, that's what you need.
There you go.
Yeah, Lewis, you might think about just doing this a one-man job.
Yeah, right.
Well, you
I better not
definitely
go to the
can't
bathroom,
leave.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
well,
definitely can't
listen.
leave while we're
you
working
could
on the
you could do that, Lewis. We could put that car sticking out of the roof, and that could actually be your luggage rack.
Yeah, yeah.
Store the wife's extra clothes and extra blankets and pillows.
No, I'm the one with all the clothes. She don't have that many. I got the
Yeah.
shoes.
Lewis is
Use
high
the
maintenance.
Yeah.
Takes one to know one.
All right, I think I pretty much covered everything. I mean, it's just a tedious lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Tedious stuff.
right.
Yeah.
It'll go quick with so many people.
Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow, I gotta clean off all that snow from the truck that Terry wants, and I got it pulled out today, so it's out in front of the shop. I'm gonna clean all the snow off, and I'll do a video on that. And I'm also gonna do a video on that Ford Fairlane sitting back there, because I got the back window and I got the front window, and I'll have you check them out and see what you think about the shape.
Hey,
Okay.
don't forget, you got to dig out that what was it, 39 Buick for
36.
36
Mrs. Lee.
Yeah.
for what?
For my wife, Mrs. Lee.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're really gonna talk serious on that though. When you come.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's pretty.
Oh, that thing
Yeah.
is beautiful. Everybody that comes here wants that damn car, and I'm like, nah. Everybody wants to cheap out on it. I'm like, no, man. I know what it's worth. I mean, that car, you cannot find that car in that condition because it's there's no rust on it. I mean, it's flawless, man.
Yeah.
What kind of car is it?
Don't worry
It's
about
a
it.
19
Don't worry about it.
It's a 47 Volvo.
Oh, well, I was gonna say if it's a 59 Impala, you're not getting it.
It's a 1939 Nunya.
None.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's a 1936 Buick two-door sedan.
Oh,
Nice.
So a couple things that I want to put in people's heads before we kind of go our separate ways. First of all, I think that we should continue the Sunday night 8 p.m. live streams as a group, even after the roof raising is done.
nope.
Joey's fired.
You're
Wow.
killing me.
You know,
All right. So, what will be the topics of our Sunday night gatherings after this is done?
There, I
The
muted
next-
him. There.
the next
On
event.
Sunday nights, I like to have a fire in my fire pit.
Outside?
I
We
can
can-
Fire.
Yeah, we can do that live.
We can discuss the next
Fire,
event that
fire.
we're gonna hit.
Fire, fire.
fire. Old lady Larry, lantern in
The other thing I was thinking of is it would be really cool if I could get like a 20-second clip from all the channels that are going to be here, and it's literally just like, hey, I'm Arco from Outlaw Edge. This is what I specialize in, and I can't wait to see you guys in Ohio. And I want to put like a montage of those together, minus Joey, and and then I want to edit the one video, and then we can all release that video on social media and YouTube and all that stuff.
Nope.
Oh,
Any shit.
Yeah, so that's our homework for this week to do that video.
Sounds good. Hey, who's
Nope.
hosting next Sunday?
Not me. I can't even show up.
I was going to say.
I'll probably be doing something.
Actually, Lewis, since it's going to be the last Sunday for this event that we do a live, Lewis and I talked about it earlier. I think he should do it either on Busting Out Skoolie, or since he wants to get traffic to play it in traffic, maybe do it over there on Playing in Traffic.
That makes sense.
Sounds good.
Yeah, since this is his build and he's the big dog and the boss and all that.
Am I getting paid?
That explains why you shared your channel link 4 times in the chat today.
I've shared it twice. Learn to count.
Oh, sorry. I had. Okay, that makes sense.
But there, I just posted. My computer's starting to freeze up, so I had to stop sharing. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do next Thursday or this coming Thursday. Sunday be the last Sunday, then again on Thursday, and then we all hit the road on Friday morning to go up to Ohio.
Man,
Well,
this is starting to be like a full-time job, man.
I'm
Well,
playing in
yeah,
traffic.
it is. I got to figure out how to coordinate all this stuff in because
Well,
being a legend here in the Mid Atlantic, I got to work this tall time in.
Yeah.
Well,
Thursday nights is the regular playing and traffic show, so I'll have guests on that show. So you don't really have to worry about the Thursday night. But the Sunday night is where we can kind of go over what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Paul, if you can get here Thursday, that would be better. But if not, I understand.
Hey,
I could probably work something out for Thursday. I just got to figure out how to swing it. I guess I could leave out of Damascus Motors on Thursday afternoon.
I got room on either side of me here. I mean, we could always crash the Playing in Traffic podcast on Thursday night.
Huh.
Yeah, because if I'm on the road, then I wouldn't be able to meet the Thursday night podcast unless you wanted to just see video of me driving up Interstate 70. I mean,
well, that's Lewis's normal, Playing in Traffic show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he usually
you have a guest lined up for the second Thursday from now.
Maybe.
well, we're still 2 weeks out on that, so let's just play by ear for now. We still don't even know what the weather's going to bring. You get a big snowstorm or something, we all have to cancel.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Lewis and Tyler's looked outside, but I'm covered in snow.
So are we.
About an hour and a half, we've got about an inch.
No, I got about 3.
As soon as I get off here, I got to drive up to the Cleveland airport and pick up my friend. He's on his way back from Florida.
Oh.
I don't know what it's doing where Brian is, but we've moved over to all rain, and it's raining
here.
rather hard here.
It's all rain here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're about
After
3
snow.
inches.
I'm only about 40 minutes away from Damascus, Paul.
Brian, you should come up, bro. You should come up.
Which way are you? You're towards Baltimore or towards Frederick?
I'm in between Baltimore and Washington.
You guys should
I'm
piggyback drive
I'm
together.
down past. You know where Olney is? You know where Olney is, right?
I know where Olney is. I drive to Olney every day going to Damascus.
Yeah, I'm
4
miles from. I'm 4.5, 5 miles from Olney. I'm in Burtonsville.
So what you guys are saying?
You're where?
In Burtonsville.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually Spencerville, but it's
okay.
So what you guys are saying is Paul's picking you up on the way here, Brian.
No, that's not what we're saying.
Hey, actually, like I said, it would be great, but that's the week before I go to Vegas for the tool show. So I got.
You can skip it.
It's almost on your way.
It's always on the way.
It's nicer here than in Vegas, so just cancel that one.
So you're right by Looney's in Fulton.
It's not too far from me. I know where that is. Yeah, I've been a few times.
So you're closer to Third
I'm on
Racing Trans.
I'm actually right on 198.
You're on 198 by
650 New
Schweitzer
Hampshire
Lane
Avenue.
by the UPS place.
Yep. I'm 2 miles from that or whatever. I'm right
We
down
forgot
by
to
New
tell you
Hampshire Avenue.
too, Paul's a serial killer when it comes to 10.
See, I'm trying to narrow this down so I can go up 95 throw rocks at your house.
Yeah, no problem.
And he steals everybody's 10mm sockets according to Arco.
Yeah. Well, I wish he'd come down and steal some more because I need to make some more sales. I mean,
Yeah.
Are we got another question?
Who's your Mako guy?
I don't know his name. I used to deal with a guy named Mike Burke over in Northern Virginia.
Yep, Mike.
But the new guy, I couldn't tell you his name. He's a cool guy. He does Gaithersburg, Rockville, Damascus.
What is that guy's name?
Hey, Lewis.
Yeah.
You were saying you had a hookup on some welding gas?
No, I'm just gonna go get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Michael Knight was saying he's going to bring some, but I mean, I'd hate to see anybody traveling with those tanks in their car, man.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Yeah.
You don't want.
But I guess Michael's pretty close to you guys, though. No.
About 3
Well,
hours.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Yeah, that's I'm gonna try to bring like my welder and plasma cutter and stuff like that, but I don't want to be bringing my cylinders. Not in the
Especially
car.
in that new truck you didn't buy today.
did you reply to the email and list what size tank you need?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't ever read those damn emails.
We know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
We
you should
know.
bring your own tank then.
That's why you're not getting another email. I'm removing you from the list, bitch. I mean, Arco. But yeah, Michael had actually emailed what, tools and things that he could bring.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think just having multiple drills, multiple
It's
stuff
gonna
like that.
it's gonna be more about the drills and the air hammers and stuff like that than it is about the welders, because I'll have 2 MIGs here and a TIG, and then if Michael brings one, and then if we find ourselves needing a welder, I can whistle up 1 or 2 more.
Well, I got my little 110 Lincoln here that's good for sheet metal, so
Yeah.
can always bring it.
If we could do cordless tools, it'd be better with drills and stuff because we won't have all the damn cords going all over the place.
Cords,
Yeah,
and I am relatively limited on air supply. It's only a 60-gallon compressor.
I knew she was going to do that. You said air supply. She's over there singing a song now from Air Supply.
So
Sing us another one there,
I got
Heidi.
a pancake compressor.
Well, get a hold of Kaiser Compressor or somebody and
Big
Copco
Red.
and tell them to sponsor you a new screw thread compressor.
Yeah, Big Red. We need one of their screw compressors, the twin screw.
All right, I'm calling.
All right,
tomorrow.
gentlemen. Well, unless anyone else has any questions, I think that's probably pretty close to a wrap tonight. At least for me, I got to get rolling soon. Y'all are welcome to stay as long as you want.
No, I think that's pretty much it for me this evening.
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at Arco, so
It's cold. I'm going to shut this place down, go to bed.
Yep, same here. All right, people, appreciate you. And
all right, well, thanks for letting me in, guys, and good luck.
Yeah, no problem.
Good seeing you, Brian.
Thanks for all your
Thanks,
input,
Brian.
Brian.
Thanks, you guys.
thanks everybody in the chat for being here. Not you, Michael Knight, but everyone else. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
thanks.
everybody, and don't forget share the links around. Go and subscribe to all of our channels and everything. We super appreciate the support, and honestly, you guys watching are 98% of the reason we're doing this. So
And
yeah, for sure.
the other 2% is because we want to make fun of Joey.
yeah, and the 98% of it is we won't mention Tyler's transformation, but 1% is make sure you share out what we're doing with your friends and family. They may like it. And also don't forget to tell them that Joey is the best YouTube moderator on the internet.
That's right.
If we don't look at any other channels, because you're the only moderator I've ever had.
I ain't saying much.
All right, you need any information?
I got
The only
one
thing
hand.
I'd like to add to that is make sure everybody brings their safety glasses. Don't be a dumbass.
Right?
Hey, that sounds familiar.
That's right. Watch out for dog food bags too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And watch out for dogs that like to eat fingers and for women that like to sing Air Supply at the mention of an air compressor.
Yep. All right,
Now
gentlemen.
you got to sing it again.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Take
Later.
care. Be
Stay
safe.
warm. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yep, you too, bud.